Well, if there weren't exactly tears over Sir Alan's first firing, some people are still mourning the loss of Carol Vorderman from Countdown. After 26 years of service, it was an emotional moment for all.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'd just like to say, you see, you've started me off now, Giles. I would just like to say thank you to all of my friends here and in the audience. Sorry.
Now, Carol's departure came after her refusal to take a pay cut from a reported £900,000 to £100,000 per series. But 4 months on, is the evidence that Channel 4 got it wrong. Viewing figures for the new team of Jeff Stelling and Rachel Riley have fallen from 1.3 million to just over 650,000 viewers 2 weeks ago. Joining me now is Channel 4's head of daytime, Helen Warner. Was it a false economy, this pay cut? Did you get it wrong?
Well, I don't think we had any choice, actually. It was a very difficult situation when the contract for Countdown came up last year, and we didn't want to lose Carol, but that kind of money for 40 days' work simply wasn't sustainable.
But there were plenty of very highly paid people on Channel 4, you know, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Yeah. You
were targeting this one. You must have known she'd leave.
We didn't. We hoped she wouldn't leave, actually. It was a very, very difficult time, and the budget had to be cut. We had no choice about that. It simply wasn't sustainable as it was. And we were, you know, obviously it was tough for her too, and we could see that, but we hoped she'd stay.
So you've no regrets?
I've regrets that that she was upset and that she went, because I'm a huge Carol fan and I was sorry to see her go.
You see, I mean, more than 200 viewers complained when it was announced that Carol Vorderman was going. Since the new team, 50 viewers have complained about not liking the show. I mean, here's an example. Mr. Smith: I was an avid viewer of Countdown and watched every show with Carol Vorderman and all her presenters. Now, I am sorry to say, I find it awful to watch. Look, let's have a look at the opening show, trialling out the new team and the new look.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, who the heck am I? But Stelling is the name, 6 consonants, 2 vowels, and in truth, the words I'm more used to are foul, penalty, referee, blind as a bat. I'm not the only new face here today. Say hello to Rachel Riley.
Hi there.
And don't worry, you haven't tuned into Beauty and the Beast by mistake.
Look, it's just not working, though, is it? The viewing figures speak for themselves.
That's absolutely wrong. It is. We're so thrilled with that programme now. It's the viewing figures did drop for one day. The 650,000 viewers figure did drop for one day, but actually, on a long-running show like Countdown, they do fluctuate over the year, and in fact, the viewing figures dropped even lower last year when Des and Carol was still there. Now, we're so delighted. You said about 50 complaints of people saying they didn't like it. We've also had a similar number of people saying how much they love it. Now,
right. Well,
for
look, people
to phone in or to ring in or to write in or to email in and say how much they love a show is quite unusual.
Let me bring in some other people, because you took some criticism yourself over this, not least from Carol Malone from the News of the World, who's with us. I mean, what was it you objected to?
One, I objected to the shameful way she was got rid of, because whatever Channel 4 say, they wanted rid of her, because if you say to someone who you valued very much for 26 years, want to cut your pay by 90% and pretend that you still want them to stay, it's actually a joke. Carol knew that they wanted her to go. And it was Helen who told her. And
well, actually, you're incorrect on both those points.
Well, she says to me, and I talk to Carol an awful lot, she said it was you who made the phone call, that ITV bosses had told you that the show would survive without Richard.
Actually, Carol, actually, the situation was that the negotiations weren't with Channel 4, they were with the production company.
ITV Productions,
yes.
Yes, and you told her it was that, but however...
the negotiations weren't with Channel 4, so that's completely incorrect.
Let's call time on that particular row for a second.
The bottom line is she was a very...
Carol, hold on a second, I want to bring in some other people from the audience. Barry, you're a big Countdown fan. What do you think of the changes?
Well, as far as I was concerned, Carol was now reaching the end of her sell-by date. The new girl will grow into the job. Countdown will be as popular as it ever was, as long as she makes a few changes, and that is to her pronunciations of the letters, which she says Essa, Emma, effer, and I don't like that.
Who else is a Countdown fan in here? Frank, where are you? What do you think?
I like the show. I like Jeff Stelling. I'm predisposed to liking Jeff because I've seen so much of him on Sky. But I thought Rachel did very well. I think, like Barry, that she will grow into the job, and she just has to develop a little bit more chutzpah to get there.
Helen, isn't the bottom line that, you know, programmes on Channel 4 have to be commercially successful, and the daytime audiences are largely older viewers who advertisers don't care about? And if your viewing figures on Countdown are now 700,000 viewers, Countdown isn't going to make money.
No, it's not a question of making money, though, but that older audience...
Well, it is in a commercial organisation.
Actually, in Countdown, in terms of the whole daytime schedule, our whole daytime schedule is so valuable to Channel 4 because of the contribution of the older viewers are very valuable to us, and we target them in daytime in a way that we don't target them in other areas of Channel 4's schedule.
How much revenue does daytime contribute to Channel 4?
It's not a question of revenue, it's a question of share. No, we do contribute, because obviously Deal or No Deal, Come Dine With Me, Paul O'Grady Show, they're all very big shows, and they move into peak, they are very successful in peak. They're very, very valuable shows, and I think actually it's a really lovely mix to have Countdown along with these other shows. Countdown is not going anywhere. I've loved Countdown since it first started, and I absolutely love it now, and it will, you know, it's brought in a whole new audience. My daughter, who, you know, I don't think she would have watched it before, comes in from school every day now and loves it. And
who else wants to come in here on what Helen should be doing with daytime television and the kinds of programmes she should be making? Johan, where are you? What's your view?
Basically, because as a student, I hardly watch daytime TV, but when I do tune in, it's mainly focused on older people and, like, mostly female, like, housewives kind of
I think that's
shows.
true on other channels. I don't think that's true on Channel 4, because I think Come Dine With Me, I think Deal or No Deal...
Because that's not aimed for the younger market, though, Come Dine
Deal
With
or
Me.
No Deal is, and Come Dine With Me is very much younger market. We have a really young audience for Come Dine With Me.
The best show on Channel 4 is, like, Freshly Squeezed, your T4 viewing.
Yeah, no, I mean, absolutely, but it's not right to say that the sort of shows we do don't appeal to a younger audience. They do. I bet you there's loads of people here who love some of those Channel 4 shows.
All right, well, on that note, we must leave it. Helen, thank you very much indeed. Don't forget, you can continue the debate on our website, channel4.com/the TV show. After the break...